It also features scenes. Hi everyone, welcome back in another video of PDP. Yep, that's me. In today's video I want to talk about Therian magazines, more specifically the Therian Nation Magazine and the Otherzine. A big thank you to my Patreon supporters Arcana Kitten, Carlo Copier, Wolf Denden, Ruffled Griffin, RB Arbitrarix, Luca, Kazu, Kura and Suat. I will also review those two magazines in front of the camera here for you and show you what it's like. You can also find those magazines and possibly any other magazine I can find over the years in the description down below. But first off, some history about Therian magazines and where they come from and where we are right now on Therian magazines. Now first off, what are Therian magazines? I think it speaks for itself. It's a magazine made by and for Therians. Also often for Alekin. Those magazines are usually bundles of artworks, personal stories, Theriantropic experiences, articles, history and much more. Maybe even cooking recipes or horoscopes made by and for Therians. Now, surprisingly, the Therian community doesn't have a whole lot of magazines, and the magazines we did have usually have gone lost. For example, on Alt.Horror.WereWolves, the Usenet group / website where the Therian community started, had a magazine. However, those magazines often had a lot of personal information that the persons didn't want to get out, like personal names, their addresses. Because of this, most of those magazines have been covered up to protect those persons' privacy. However, lately the community has been growing a lot, and a lot of artistic folks or folks with experience in books, magazines, publication, artworks and everything alike have been coming into the community and they have been making quite a lot of work. And some of these includes magazines, such as the Therian Nation Magazine and Otherzine. Otherzine is also a Therian magazine I've worked on since about December, together with a bunch of other Therians on Instagram, including Peregrine, Mustelidway, Sylva Spirit and many more. I'm actually really excited to have this magazine in my hands. This is the Otherzine, front and back. It's actually much thinner than the Therian Nation magazine, which I will show off right in a minute. Right in the middle you actually have a very nice Therian timeline about the entire history between 1992 and 2013. It includes a really nice comic and some artworks and writings, the Therian timeline, more artworks, personal blogs and pictures, and just it's really nice. And in the description down below is all you need to know to get this physical copy in hands or just read it online. And I personally really hope there will be a second Otherzine, because all those personal works are amazing to see and it's a great documentation of the community, both older and newer members, and it's amazing. So yeah, I have unboxed the Therian Nation magazine quite a few weeks ago when I received it from Ulfrviv by post. This is the front and this is the back. I would personally describe the Therian Nation magazine as a more serious magazine with longer articles, more information and more history value than, by example, Otherzine, which is mainly about comics and art and personal information. Therian Nation magazine also includes news and events about new things that are going on in the community, as well as history around magazines and where they come from in the past, as well as academic research, an academic review of Alto Humanity, by example, but also film plots like horoscopes or artworks, general personal Therian stories, an entry of me about Therian meetups and what it's like to organize a Therian meetup, Theriantropic music and movies, and also one of my favorites is recipes from Therians to Therians, like a wolf's favorite, a bearish meal. Generally, I really like those two magazines by and for Therians, and I really hope to see more of them in the future. Now, Ulfrviv from Therian Nation Magazine has something special to say about what it's like to create a Therian magazine, as well as some advice for you in case you would like to create a magazine sometime in your life.
Words of Therian Nation's Ulfrviv. For anyone making their own zine, they need to be aware that it will take a lot of time. They need organizational skills to keep track of everything. I use Excel spreadsheets to keep track of zine sections and who might be submitting and if I had received the material or not. This way I knew who to follow up with as the deadline approached. This should be a schedule, a plan for when and how the layout will progress and when it will be published. This is similar for video production. The zine was a positive experience. I built more connections through a creative way that was collaboration. I wish I had the time to continue the project. The Therian community isn't really large enough for monthly publication, so I had decided on quarterly, and that ended up being too much work for me.
I'll see you soon, maybe in another magazine I hope to contribute to. Now, please, good luck on your creative journey, as well as please write about your Tanzafric experiences, whether it is in a personal journal or somewhere online. Talk about your experiences, talk about your Tanzafric, talk about what it's like to be a Therian. I would love to read it, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Talk about your experiences. Oof, PD.